Black Widow is a mysterious and interesting character in Marvel Comics. She first appeared in 1964 and originally was a villain. As time went on, her story evolved, but different versions of her past emerged, creating confusion. Much of her history is still unknown, adding to the intrigue and mystique of her character. That's one of the reasons why Black Widow is so captivating. She joined forces with Hawkeye, who used to be an enemy of Iron Man. Together, they took on Iron Man, and later, she had some conflicts with Spider-Man. After some criminal activities didn't go as planned, both Black Widow and Hawkeye decided to become good guys. Natasha, Black Widow, switched sides, coming to the United States, and Hawkeye teamed up with the Avengers. In a funny picture from Marvel's What If series, Spider-Man and Black Widow aren't enemies, but the joke is that Black Widow spiders, in real life, aren't very friendly. The idea is if they got married, Black Widow might eat Spider-Man, like how real Black Widow spiders eat their mates. In the comics, the Soviets made Natasha marry Alexei Shostakov. He later became the Russian version of Captain America, called the Red Guardian. But the KGB, trying to create their own super soldier, faked Alexei's death. They trained him to be their weapon in secret. After Natasha, Black Widow, split from her first husband, she had many relationships that didn't work out. She tried being with Daredevil, thought about marrying Hawkeye, and even had a thing with Hercules, but none of them lasted. In the movies, she's not really shown having romantic relationships. Instead, she gives dating advice to Captain America and comforts the Hulk. There's a hint that she might be related to the Romanov royal family. In the story, Free Fall, she meets a supervillain named Vindictor who claims to be her long-lost brother. He says their childhood home caught fire, and while Natasha's mother saved her, she didn't save him. Vindictor seeks revenge, but Natasha ends up killing him. The story's timeline is unclear, making some doubt if he was really her brother, especially since he's never mentioned again. In comics, it's common for new heroes or villains to take on the identity of others. Black Widow is one of the first examples, as there was a Black Widow before Natasha Romanoff. The first Black Widow was clairvoyant. Unlike other female characters back then, she wasn't a joke and was okay with committing murder. Over time, the original Black Widow was forgotten, making way for Natasha to become the Black Widow we know today. Black Widow is a superhero, similar to Captain America, because she's biologically enhanced. When she was in the Black Widow program, she received a serum like Captain America's, making her age slower, resistant to diseases, and giving her super strength and agility. She also added tech enhancements to be even better in battle. The Black Widow program turned her into a nearly perfect weapon, and she got extra training from Bucky Barnes, the Winter Soldier. In the Marvel Cinematic Universe (MCU), it's clear that Black Widow and Hawkeye have a long history. In the comics, that's true too, but they first teamed up as villains. They worked together to assassinate Iron Man because Hawkeye couldn't do it alone, and the same was true for Black Widow. Even after manipulating Iron Man into a relationship, Black Widow was on a mission to get top-secret Stark tech. However, her plan was exposed. Later, along with Hawkeye, they tried to attack Iron Man but failed. After a series of losses, they surrendered to S.H.I.E.L.D. and began working for Nick Fury. In the 90s, Marvel aimed to make money without much concern for social sensitivities. They introduced the Marvel Swimsuit Special, a series trying to attract teenage boys with splash pages of popular heroes in revealing swimsuits. It wasn't just female heroes like She-Hulk, even male heroes like Namor and Wolverine were portrayed suggestively. Black Widow was also featured, but Marvel might prefer if you forgot about those pictures of her enjoying the sun a bit too much. The Black Widow in the comics is different from the one in the movies, especially when it comes to her birth date. In the movies, it suggests she was born in the 80s. However, in the comics, Black Widow is unique, and she has lived for almost a century. Natasha, unlike many comic book heroes, has a clear birth date that is essential to her backstory.